I've been making videos about cleaning and organizing my home for quite a while now. During that time, I tried all sorts of things, from quick tips to elaborate systems, some that worked, some that sounded good, but didn't last more than 3 days. And in the end, I realized the 8 tips that I found most useful are small habits easy to maintain, don't require too much effort, but have a big impact. They don't require you to change your entire house or become a super tidy person, but they will help you feel lighter, clearer, every time you look around your living space. Without further ado, let's get started. Tip 1 is start here. There are times when I look around the house and feel stuck. I don't know where to start. Not because the house is too dirty, but because there are too many things that need to be cleaned. Everything is a little messy, but enough to make me discouraged. At times like that, I don't try to fix everything. I just apply one of my 3 methods. It helps me clean quickly without getting confused, and more importantly, I don't feel defeated after 5 minutes of walking back and forth without getting anything done. Method 1 is focus on a flat surface first. Whenever the space starts to get messy, instead of trying to clean everything at once, I just focus on one small thing first, cleaning the flat surfaces. It looks simple, but it is the fastest way to regain the feeling that I am in control of the situation. I start from the most obvious places: the dining table, the kitchen counter, the island, the sofa, the cabinet top, the stairs. These places are often the gathering place of all kinds of miscellaneous things. Papers, food, empty boxes, coats, toys. I don't clean. I don't fold. I don't fuss. I just clean up everything that shouldn't be there. Put it in a basket, put it in the right place, or at least put it aside to deal with later. Doesn't sound like much of a solution, but clearing just one surface, like the dining table or the kitchen counter, can make the whole room feel brighter and more welcoming, and I start to feel more motivated to keep going. Method 2 is clean each area, don't run everywhere. Why? Because if you're like me, it's easy to get carried away. While cleaning the dining table, you see your child's cup in the room, you take it away. Then you accidentally see the bed hasn't been made. Then you remember you haven't hung the clothes out. Then you suddenly discover a pile of shoes by the door. And you've just spent 15 minutes running around without finishing the table. So I choose a specific area, for example, the kitchen, and I stay there until I feel that this area is okay, meaning the counter is empty, the furniture is in its place, the floor is clear. Only then do I move on to the next area. There are things that belong to other areas, like the toys my child left in the kitchen or the phone charger left on the dining table, that I don't take away right away. I put them in a corner near the door, or I have a separate basket to collect them. When I move to the next area, I take them with me. This method sounds slow, but it is actually much faster because you are not thrown away from the main task during the cleaning process. And each time you complete an area, you will feel like you have accomplished something clearly, instead of wandering around the house with no place to be tidy. Method 3 is just 5 minutes to get your mind in the groove. There's one thing I have to admit, starting is the hardest part. Not because the work is hard, but because the feeling of, oh my God, this will probably take an hour, makes me hesitate. And so I start with something very small, set a timer for exactly 5 minutes. Just that. Not finish the kitchen, not clean the living room. Just clean that area for 5 minutes. When the bell rings, stop. When you want to stop, continue. When you want to continue. It sounds simple, but it helps my brain have a clear ending point. I suddenly feel less pressured. It feels like, yeah, just 5 minutes. I can do it and then rest. And the good thing is, usually after 5 minutes, I want to do a little more. Because I'm already in the groove. I no longer feel resistance. I no longer think I'm so discouraged I'll do it tomorrow. It's like you just open a small crack and the light comes in. And if you want to learn more super simple but extremely effective habits to keep your house tidy without effort, don't miss the next video, 8 minimalist cleaning habits. Easy to do, easy to keep your house tidy. Now let's go back to today's video. Tip 2 is less stuff, easier to clean. If there's an area in your home that's always messy, it's probably not a lack of time, it's just too much stuff. This is something I learned over time, cleaning the same place over and over again without seeing any improvement. It's not because I'm lazy, it's not because I'm unorganized, it's because there are places that simply have more stuff than I can handle. The solution is simple. Reduce stuff before you think about organizing. Instead of trying to buy more boxes, divide them into more compartments, or think of ways to pack better, I will. Take a bag walk around that area and put in the things you no longer use. No need to think too much. Anything you don't use often. Throw it away, something you don't like. Throw it away, something you find taking up unnecessary space. Throw it away. You will immediately see, clean faster, free up space. And every time you clean after that, it is much less difficult. But once you decide to let things go. The next question is, where do I put them? That's where tip 3 helps. Fill the bag, lighten your mind, save effort. Tip 3 is fill the bag. Lighten your mind, save effort. There are times when I stand in the middle of the house knowing that I need to clean up some things. But I don't know where to throw them away, and throwing them away one by one is very time-consuming. An extremely simple tip, but I apply it over and over again because it is easy to do and effective immediately. I take a bag or box, label each type of box, and fill it with items that are no longer needed. Unused items. Put them in the bag. Wait until they are full. Give or donate. Damaged or expired items. Put them in the bag, wait until they are full. Go straight to the trash. This way helps me not to hesitate when removing each item. Just collect them in the bag. Leave them there, and when they are full, deal with them all at once. Now, once the clutter starts to leave your space, the next challenge is keeping things from piling up again. Tip 4 is pick a must-do task. If you feel like your schedule is always too busy to clean your house, you can choose a single task that you commit to doing regularly without skipping it, no matter how tired, how busy, even if you have nothing else to do that day. For example, don't go to bed with a dirty sink. Always put your shoes away as soon as you get home. Wipe the stovetop after every meal. Clean the bathroom after brushing your teeth. You don't need a long list. Just one fixed routine is enough. When you do it regularly, it creates a rhythm. And when there is a rhythm, your house will not easily fall into chaos. And surprisingly, when you keep one task, the others will gradually follow. Just like when you lay a solid brick, the ones that follow will be lighter. But even with a routine, there are still those little tasks that you avoid. Let's move on to the next tip. Tip 5 is, do the little things. There are some very small things: folding the pile of clothes on the chair, taking the trash out, putting your shoes back in front of the door. You see it. You know you should do it. But you think later tonight I can do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow you think the same thing. You just wait for the moment when you feel like doing it. And that moment, it never comes. So the solution here is to remind yourself, I'll never feel like doing it. Don't feel like folding clothes now? Same thing tomorrow morning. Too lazy to take out the trash tonight, even lazier tomorrow. The longer you put it off, the heavier it gets. If you know it has to be done, do it now. Don't wait for inspiration. Don't wait for free time. When you're done, you feel lighter. It won't haunt you all day. But even if you do the little things, sometimes the clutter just keeps coming back. That's often a sign of a deeper problem, and that's where we move on to the next tip. Tip 6 is, everything needs a home. One of the reasons your home is never tidy, no matter how much you clean, is because there are too many items that don't have a home. You pick them up, then put them down somewhere else because you don't know where to put them. And as each item goes out of place, the next one follows. So the dining table becomes a place for mail. The kitchen counter is full of unsold items, and the stairs are littered with odds and ends. The solution here is to make sure that everything in your home needs a place to live. When every item has a home, you'll no longer have keys strewn across the counter, mail strewn across the table, or toys forgotten in messy corners. You know exactly where each item goes, and that makes cleaning a lot faster. And once you give things a proper home, your home will naturally become quieter, calmer, and more manageable. And once everything has a home, the next step is letting go of one big expectation. Tip 7 is don't aim for perfection. A lot of people give up halfway through for one reason: they're trying to keep their home absolutely clean and tidy all the time. But if you're actually living in that home, cooking, raising kids, working, relaxing, perfection is almost non-existent. Every time you try to make it pretty like it looks online, you get tired. Then you start to skip things. Then slowly you let it all go. That's when things start to slip away. So instead of trying to make your home perfect all the time, aim for something that's easy to live in and easy to maintain. My office is a great example. It's not pretty, it's not coordinated, it's not Pinterest-worthy. But I have a clear system, keeping only the things I really need, grouping them in simple groups, and placing them within easy reach. Thanks to that, I can clean that room in 10 minutes. Tip 8 is reassess your system regularly. Organizing isn't a one-time thing. Life changes, habits change, and what once made sense may no longer work. If you find that a certain area gets messy again after a few days, it's not necessarily because you lack discipline. It could simply be that your current organization system no longer works. For example, there was a time when I drank smoothies every morning, so my blender was right on the counter. But after a while, I switched to coffee and the blender barely got used anymore. So I put it away, making room for my coffee maker and my regular mug. Not because I wanted the kitchen to look nicer, but because I needed it to serve my current habits more easily. Adjusting the placement of items based on your habits is a great way to keep your home tidy longer without having to put in too much effort. Just because a system no longer works doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It's simply time for a change. No house is 100% tidy, but there are plenty of houses that are easy to keep tidy, because the people who live there choose a few small habits and do them every day. I hope that after this video you will pick up at least one tip that makes you think, oh yeah, this works for me. Just start with one small thing and the rest will follow. And if you want to learn more super simple but extremely effective habits to keep your house tidy without much effort, don't miss the next video. 8 minimalist cleaning habits, easy to do, easy to keep your house tidy. Thank you for watching the whole video. See you in the next video.